Howdy. I got another one. Um, Same concept as last time. Be the one guitar player in the band. This song is verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, out. And it's kind of the same all the way through in the sense that there's not a whole lot of dynamic changes. There's not moments where instruments are lying out and not playing. So I kind of want to let the first verse, there's a verse and like a 2 bar pre chorus. I kind of want to let those go by without playing anything. Because I feel like if everything's consistent all the way from the top and there's no dynamic, then maybe that is something that I can do with my one pass. So they told me again, be the one guy. Don't stack it all up. Just one pass. Be the guitar player in the band if you're playing this live. And I'd probably lay out from the top. I would probably suggest that other people did too, but I can't do that because it's been recorded. So let's just see what happens here. I wrote a chart, and it's cool. It's nothing crazy like last time. Last time we had some weird major 7 chords. This time it's all in the key of C. Everything is in the key of C. And yeah, let's just listen.
What have I missed all these days? I'll never know, but that's okay, 'cause I'm here now, and I'm looking, and I can't hear you from the back. I'm already going one way, 'cause I'm ready to find
Not a bad first run through. There's just some interesting phrasing things going on, and what I need to be careful about is that there's a lot of 3 minor to 5 major moves, E minor to G major, but it's not a straight major when you go to the 5. He's always suspending. You always hear the sus in that chord. So by sus, I mean it's not a straight G chord. The third of G is the B note. He's suspending the 4 in place of it. It's a G sus4. That's interesting because it comes right behind a 3 minor that has that note in it. So I've got a little chorus thing that I like. I hope I'm not doing it too much. Maybe I only do it the first time on each chorus. But in the lyric, I'm falling away. Again, one guitar player, one pass. I'll playlist that. It wasn't total garbage. I'll keep it. Maybe reference something. Playlist. Let's just start from there.
I'm ready to find I've been missing for a while. I've been changing my style. I'm falling away. I'm falling away. I can't wait for you now. I can't hear any sound. I'm falling away. I'm falling away. Ready, set, here I go. Falling while flying. Not from who I was, but to where I am, where I wanna be. 'Cause I've been missing for a while. Yeah, I've been changing my style. I'm falling away. I'm falling away. 'Cause I can't wait for you now. I can't hear any sound. I'm falling away. I've been missing for a while. I've been changing my style. Oh, I'm falling away. Oh, I'm falling away. I can't wait for you now. I can't hear any sound. I'm falling away. Oh, I'm falling away. I've been missing for a while. I've been changing my style. I'm falling away. Oh,
Verse 2 felt a little weird that time, and the bridge felt a little weird. There's something about playing big open chords and the chime and everything that you get, and then going, how much darker the guitar gets? I mean, just having one open string. Probably change to that. So let's scope out verse 2. I'm gonna punch on this track. I like this track. Actually, did I come in too late that time? Yeah, I feel like I need to land on that one. something like that. Not bad. One more. And what I'm going to do is actually land, I think I'm going to land the downbeat of that one chord. Cool. That takes care of the entrance. I get the feeling that these are demos. There's no intro. Or maybe it's just a pre-production thing and they're going to use what I'm doing to kind of help steer the direction they want to take it. You don't always get asked for your input in the same spot of the timeline of how a song is produced. Sometimes you're on the very front end of it. Sometimes I get asked to play guitars before there are any drums or anything. That's always a little bit weird. But sometimes they want your take on what direction the song should go. Like, how are you hearing this? And then we'll have a drummer play to that, because then the drummer's going to be locked into what you're doing. Usually, I think the drums are the most important. So you figure out, your kick pattern, what the chorus is going to sound like. You have the best roadmap for dynamics with drums versus anything else. Like, imagine if you just had a pad and you're supposed to guess how intense the song is supposed to be and where it's supposed to quiet down and where it's supposed to be bigger. If you just have a pad to play to, like, you'd never do that first and have musicians try to figure it out based on that. Usually it's drums, but sometimes I have a couple clients who are like, hey, sorry, there's no drums or bass on this, but I really want to hear what you think it should be. And so I just lean on the click, and I'm always right behind the click. You don't want to be so far behind the beat that you sound late. When you are behind enough that it starts to sound like you're rushing a different note behind the note that you're trying to be behind, that's a real problem. So it's being relaxed enough that you're just not anticipating and landing before the beat. It takes time, but you can do it. So let's listen to the second verse, and then I want to check out the bridge, and I think I'm done. Yeah, I think I should go back to the muted thing I had going on beforehand. Oh, how about volume? What about that? Form. One more time. bridge. I went to bar chords. I'm going to try leaving the G string open. And maybe I'll wait till the fourth bar for that, because it's 4 split 5. That means 2 beats of each for 3 bars, and then a full bar of 4 and a full bar of 5. And I could either play a 5 sus, any of those positions, or I could just play roots and 5s. There's no third, there's no sus in there at all, so it works whether the chord is sussed or not. Bridge. Oh, there's a little. Let me catch that. Oh, whoops. Sometimes you don't know you're just a little bit out of tune until you hit a certain voicing that gives it away. I'll probably hit the sus. I mean, it helps connect those chords. That's a lot smoother. One more time. Listen to that. Okay, I went too far. I like that. The edit. It sounds like an edit to me. Big jump. So let's peel back. Another bar. Let's see if what I have works. We'll go back to the top of that pre-chorus. Done. Cool. So, yet another one pass song. Um, I like waiting to come in. I think that makes sense. If I were on the session with the other players and we were doing this song, I would have some ideas. And you always gotta take the temperature of the room to see if that is something you want to venture out and throw out there, you know. Obviously, I was called to overdub on this. Here's the song as we hear it. Add your thing. But again, if we were in the room, I would probably say, hey, we've got guitar, bass, keys, and drums, and we have a song. We don't have a lot of elements. I'm not stacking a bunch of stuff. There isn't a ton of percussion. There's no programming. There's a limited number of elements. So we can't just all play from the top, right? I like that the band enters halfway through the first verse, but I would maybe have suggested, how about coming in lighter and save the backbeat for the chorus. Or honestly, that whole verse, pre, and chorus could be down and aired out, and verse 2 could enter really strong with the backbeat. And then the bridge feel would change a lot. That needs to be a scene change. It's another up section after our second chorus, which is also up. Then we hit a diamond at the end of the bridge, and we need to have more of a down section than we do. I don't think it needs to be longer necessarily, but I think less things need to be happening. We need to contrast the bigger bridge section by coming further down. And then when we're back up at the end of the chorus, we're up all the way out. And there's just a few dynamic tweaks that I would suggest if I felt that it would be received well. That's what I mean by taking the temperature of the room. You know, sometimes you get on a session and somebody has a very specific idea of how they want things to go, and they're looking for you to simply execute that. And that's totally fine. I have no problem with that, especially when it's well communicated. And it's clear to me that that's the deal. But if there's a bunch of indecisiveness in the air and not a lot of leadership, I think all of us meaning session players, are going to want to rectify that situation and kind of not really take over and take the reins, but say, hey, since we're not making decisions here, since we don't have a clear path forward, what if we try this? What if we do this? My ear wants to hear this, you know? And sometimes there's more talking about the song than there is playing it. And that can get tedious, it can get frustrating. But I think for the most part, it really is worth hearing everybody's ideas. There are so many times when a bunch of us start talking about what we think a song should do, and somebody will say something that's like, oh, that's really cool. I wouldn't have thought of that. Often somebody voices something and 3 or 4 of the other players are like, yep, I was about to say the same thing, or I think you're absolutely right about that. And so there's a unified front, and that's very persuasive to people in the control room. Man, all 5 of the professionals we hired to play this song are saying we should do this instead. Let's at least try it. And a lot of times it ends up being the thing. I would say most of the time it ends up being the right thing. Sometimes there's a like they're just so, they're holding on for dear life to the demo or the way that they've done it for so long, and just the sudden change makes them uncomfortable. And that's fine too. You know, I mean, again, it's music. It's not like I'm going to walk out of the studio and say, that was wrong. You know, it's not a math problem. So, yeah, for this, I'm doing what I can with the parameters I was given. One track, be the guy in the band. Well, I'm going to be the guy in the band who's going to be hopefully helping to add dynamics to it, because it feels like once the band's in, they're just in the whole time. And yeah, so we'll see what they say. I'm going to send it off. Thanks for watching.